Welcome to camp. I'm your host, Jalen.
And I'm your host, Sydney.
And this is From Camp to Culture. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
It's From Camp to Culture again. I'm Jalen.
And I'm Sydney.
And we are back for episode 2.
Yep. We just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in for the first episode.
Yeah,
it was
seriously, thank you so much for all the support and for listening, for taking your time to press play. Yeah. This sounds really cheesy, but it's how we feel. Thank you for just listening.
Yeah. You guys, okay, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound like a legit like YouTuber or something, but hearing what everyone had to say about it just made my week like really good. So
yeah, and honestly, like we really appreciate your feedback and just your little critiques and stuff because it like makes us want to be better. And at the end of the day, we're doing this for ourselves to have these like in the future just to say we did it, but also we want you to have a good experience if you like to listen to us.
Yeah, so huge thank you. We love you all. And yeah.
Okay, so this episode is friendships and our toxic traits.
But before that, of course, we have to get into the song of the episode. So do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So mine is Lifetime by Justin Bieber.
I know you're the one. Some people bring you a minute.
Okay, I kind of had it at a weird spot, but that was it. At the end was like when it really gets to be a banger. But our friend Riley introduced me to that song, and I really think she should have it at her wedding.
Riley, if you're watching, if you're listening, please play that song at your wedding.
We need to hear it.
Exactly.
It's really like sweet, you know?
Yeah. I will take over the DJ booth and play it if I have to. So. Okay.
Oh yeah. Why you find yours? I'm wearing purple today for Justin, and this is Justin, and this is Justin Bieber.
You should put him in the plan.
Oh my gosh. There's 2 Justins now. He is in the plant.
Okay. And
in the sky.
I think this picture right here is kind of a good representation of the song that I picked. I think it's the same.
What year is it? Like what? What does he look like here?
Well,
Okay.
I feel like it's the same vibe. Okay.
So young.
Yes, young Justin. The song I picked is Somebody to Love, but the remix with Usher.
I don't need too much, just somebody to love.
Yeah, that song makes me feel good, and I felt good all week, so that just felt right.
I just love how when you turn on any Justin song, it like wakes you up, and you're ready for the day.
Yes, exactly. Like, I could start my morning with Justin.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, so done for Justin for the day, sadly. But since now we are weekly podcasters, let's talk about our life updates.
Oh my gosh. I don't think anything major happened for me this week. Oh, the Lainey concert.
I was gonna say.
Oh no, that was major. That was major. That was the only major thing that really happened, and the launch day, of course. But yeah, we went to the Lainey concert on Tuesday, and that was super fun. That was my 4th time seeing them.
It was his hometown show. That was my 2nd time. To be honest, I'm not like the biggest fan.
That's okay.
Okay.
Nothing.
But like last year, I went to his Halloween concert thing. Actually, that was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. And yeah, he's just a vibe, you know?
Yeah, I think that whole experience was such a vibe. Yeah, our secret club access that we had no idea we were getting into.
Right, we paid like $16 for the tickets. And it said club seats on it. And I was like, surely not. Like,
and we definitely
we
had
paid $16.
Yeah.
And they were nice.
The source is shocked right now.
Yeah. The source is here. Per usual.
Yeah, that was the only big thing for me this week.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much me too. But we made friends with...
She made a new friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You already had a friend. I made a friend with your friend.
Yes. Matt, sweet baby Matt, and Jalen met for the first time on Tuesday.
Which is shocking because we went to college together.
Yeah, I really thought you guys knew each other. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest, I thought we did too. And then I was like, wait, I don't know you. Did you hear me ask him if I knew him or like we knew each other?
No. I missed that. No, I did not hear that.
Yeah, that sounds really awkward, but like, just to confirm.
I mean, I feel like you had enough mutuals that it could have been possible. But
I just like never even remember being around him.
That's fair. He did leave. Like after, I think, sophomore year. So that makes sense.
So topics of the day are friendships in your 20s and toxic traits.
Yes. Are we just jumping right into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you or any of you, but if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, making friends is not easy.
No.
Not at all.
I don't hope you feel the same way. But I think a lot of you guys can relate to that because everyone we talk to says the exact same thing. It's hard.
Yeah. Because, like, of course you have those people that you met in elementary school, if you still have them. And then you have your middle school people and your high school people, college. But, like, for this new era of your life, you're like, all you do is work for the most part. So it's like, how do you meet
new people?
Yeah. That aren't, like, in their 40s with children or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I don't understand how people do it that, like, move somewhere that they've never been before. Because, like, I'm thankful that we lived here initially and we have, like, friends that we grew up with that still live here, you know? But if you didn't know anyone, I don't know how you would make friends in the first place.
Yeah. I feel like it's easy for people that are extroverted. Like, this is probably their specialty. They probably love to do this. But, like, I feel like we're more introverted.
I'm technically extroverted.
That is shocking. But I see why. I can see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
It just, like, this kind of goes into my toxic trait later on, but I am mute until you break me. This sounds really weird. But, like, the first week or so of meeting me, I just, like, won't say anything.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless I'm, like, in a really good, like, extroverted mood. And then I'll break out and we can be friends immediately. But normally it takes a while.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
And after that, I'm super extroverted.
Yeah. I think people that know me now would be shocked if I said I was introverted. But I'm definitely introverted when you first meet me. And then after a while, when I'm, like, comfortable, and then that's when I can get, like, super extroverted. So,
yeah,
I can relate to that. Or sometimes it'll happen, like, randomly. If I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
What happens randomly?
Like, my extrovertedness. Like, I could be meeting you for the first time and I just feel like I am on top of the world and I'm just yelling or, like, having a full-on conversation, and I wouldn't, like, that's not normal for me. But it happens sometimes. I don't know. Depends on the environment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Environments are really important. And, yeah. So, like, people from college, like, I guess me and you, pretty much, because we're not really childhood friends, because we lost that part. But, like, meeting those people, like, in the college town that you're in is really good to, like, find friends and branch out or just reach out. and then also like coworkers.
Yeah.
But you also want to have like a balance between work and life.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's a not good thing.
Yeah, because then it's also like, what if you feel like your coworker's your friend and then they secretly don't think that, or like
the opposite way, you don't really want to be.
Yeah. And so it's like, how do you know you've crossed that boundary of like, okay, we can be friends outside of work?
Mm-hmm.
Like that makes me nervous. But I think I've done that successfully with my work friend, my work bestie. Miss Hannah, love her. So yeah. I made one friend in my 20, guys.
Yay for Cindy.
And you made one. You've made several.
Well,
I feel like, yeah.
See,
this is her talent.
But yeah, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
I can't remember. Maybe it'll come back.
Let's see.
If you guys have any tips for how to make friends, we're gonna get into this more. We're not just talking about how we can't make friends. We're gonna try to propose some ideas of how to, and how we are gonna start trying, because we want to make more.
We friends. Do. We do want to make more friends.
So let's get over the depressing, we don't have friends and it's hard, and let's go. So I looked up some tips and ideas for making friends as a young adult, and we're just gonna read through some of them and like talk about them. So one of them is attend meetup groups, which we did this. To everyone's shock, we were trying to be extroverted because we like really intentionally want to meet new people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not in the setting of like, okay, we're going out and we're at a bar and like that's the only way. Like we actually want to sit and have a conversation with people.
Right. Which, I mean, in the past I feel like that's what people did to make friends, but nowadays I just think there's so many other ways to make friends that I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, those aren't the people I really want to be hanging out with.
Yeah. Because most of the time everyone's like drink in hand, so it's like, is this really you, or is this like the liquid courage talking? Like, I don't really know.
And they do it all the time, so like that's their hobbies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to talk about our adventure out to a meetup group.
Yeah. I think it was 21 and up, right? It was free.
And I think it was sponsored to young adults.
Really?
Yes.
That makes sense.
But we were shocked at the
age range.
It
was a very unique group.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I feel like everyone had just got off of work and they came straight there, so they were like in their business casual attire in a way, and we're just over here like jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah. But I think, honestly, if we would have known going into it that it was going to be such a wide range of people, that we would have been more open. Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were nervous, too, because it was our first time, and we didn't know what to expect, so.
Yeah. But they gave us, like, 2 free drinks, like, sponsored on the house. Yeah. And then we were just supposed to mingle.
Yeah.
And we did. Well.
I was about to say, no, we did. Not really. We mingled with each other.
We found a couch.
Yeah, we found a couch. And it
was next to people.
But we didn't get to them.
We did not. We did not reach out.
No.
So we talked to each other for like 45 minutes probably. And no one else. At an intentional social gathering.
We talked to each other. But then one person did come up to us and we had a conversation.
Yes.
And that went fine.
You know what? I just realized that their name is the same as the name as the person we met the other night.
We met someone else
on Tuesday. I'm
That's
sorry.
Crazy.
I just had a full circle moment. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You told me that.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, because I stalked his Insta. Okay.
Wait, should I tell my story?
Yes.
Okay. So on Tuesday night after the Leaning concert, we went out to a bar. And someone said, like, give me your Snapchat, your Instagram, and your phone number. And I was like, that's kind of a lot. And I was like, nah. So I gave the podcast Instagram. I'm very proud of myself for that.
And he followed. So if he's smart enough, he'll see that her Instagram is in the bio and connect the dots. But yeah, that's funny. We should get like business cards.
Oh my gosh.
Just be like, here. Oh, well, no. We can. Okay.
Well, yeah, we can talk about this.
It's not a business card, but.
So we actually thought about doing this at. It would have been a bad environment if we did it at the meetup.
Yeah, that's not the age group. That's not the age bracket.
So these right here that we're holding are Valentines. You know, like those kid version Valentines that you like put in the bags.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, I just hit the mic, so sorry, listeners. I lost my train of thought again. What is going on today? We got these on sale after Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, it's a scratch off.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
So the intention behind these was that we are going to try to write our names and like a sweet message for people to try to be friends with us.
Yes, and give them to them. I don't know, it just seems kind of funny and fun. And like, who does that? So why not try something new?
So we're going to try that out.
Yeah.
We've had them for a while and we have not, but we now will try it out.
Now we are held accountable by every single one of you watching this and listening to this. Yeah. You must hold us accountable.
So as far as the attending meetup groups, we've tried it and it was a little bit of a fail, but that was our fault.
Yeah. But at the same, I mean, it was a good time. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you go with a group of people, you could.
We did want to go back with a group.
Yeah, it could be something. But just two of us, it was kind of like, meh.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's with everything, probably all of these. If you're intentional and like want to make good friends and you try to branch out, get out of your comfort zone, then it should be easier.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What else is on this list?
There's another one for volunteering, which sounds cheesy, but if there's like a cool event, like I know one of my friends works for a nonprofit and sometimes she has volunteer events and stuff, and I think that would be like a cool way to meet people because you're helping others, you have something to do actively, and then have a side conversation with someone and set a coffee date for later.
Oh wow, you planned this out.
I did, just now.
I would like to volunteer at like a dog event. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I'm kicking everything.
I would like to volunteer at a dog event.
Yeah.
Any other volunteer event, it really just makes me think of like a mission trip. And so I think like what high schoolers are going to be here.
You would be shocked by the variety in volunteer events, I think. Okay. So I'll keep you updated on
some. Yeah, please. If there's an animal one,
look out for
please. Them. Animal shelters, call me. Thank you.
So the next one is workplace connections, which we kind of already talked about that with coworkers and how sometimes that might not be the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just blending two worlds. And that's kind of scary, honestly. But I feel like, well, I was going to say, I feel like at each of my jobs, I've had at least one friend outside of work, but the one before that, no. So.
Do you want to talk about the friend that you made recently as your coworker?
I mean, sure. I feel awkward. I don't know if she's going to watch this or not. So it's like, if she doesn't think I'm her friend, that's kind of sad. But
I think she thinks you're her
friend. Yeah.
Just like, how did you get started
with our friendship? Let's see. We bonded over a mutual love of Just Dance. And she's like a couple years older than us, maybe like a year and a half too. And we were talking about Just Dance and she was like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, used to play it all the time as a kid. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. there's one dance that I have memorized. And she was like, what dance is it? And I said, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick, what's his last name? Ashley? I think that's his last name.
Rick something.
Rick Rolled. The guy that makes you get Rick Rolled. That guy. Asked. Whatever. We'll insert song here. But yeah, I said I have that dance memorized, and she was like, oh my gosh, me too. I love that one. And we sat there and we sang the song, and Loki did a little bit of the dance. And in that moment, it is Rick Astley according to the source. Thank you. And yeah, since that moment, I knew we would be locked in because
wow, from a song and a dance.
Yeah, I mean, people, that song is underrated.
But how do you think you like pushed it to be less of a coworker and more of a friend?
Well, I invited her out with me and Jalen. I think that was a couple weeks ago, and I was like, we're having a little girls' night, and I'd love if you would come. Because she's not from here, and so I was like, we want to make friends, and I'm sure she wants to make friends because she's not from here. So I was like, we're just going to try this and see if it works, and I think it worked.
Yeah, so just inviting people in like groups settings.
Yeah, because one-on-one kind of scares me.
I can tell it scares you.
Thank you.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but
I'm just a shy girl. I'm just a girl. But yeah, it's very intimidating for sure. Because it's like, what do you...
You, in college, you weren't like that coffee shop girl.
Oh gosh, well, I don't like coffee. So that's... Let's start there.
I think you can still be a coffee shop girl without liking coffee.
You can, but that's just like not my thing. Like, I'd rather go out to eat, but like a coffee shop, like I'm just like, okay. That's just not me. That's where we differ.
Yeah, so if you don't know what a coffee shop girly is, you would like, and I didn't get into this until like probably junior year. If you meet someone at the college, at least we went to, the initial thing to do was, oh my gosh, let's get coffee this week. Which place do you want to go? And typically there was like that one place you go to. Yeah. So I was a coffee shop girly. You could see me in there at least once a week.
Oh my god. Did you do homework? Like, what did you do?
So that's the thing. Once you become a coffee shop girly, you say that you're doing homework.
Okay.
Yeah, you do probably 5 minutes of homework, and then you chat the rest of the 3 hours.
But you had the setup like you were doing homework.
When I didn't have an intentional coffee shop date.
Okay. When we like not rush, but like after we got our
bids,
yes, and we were in wherever, like whatever,
Big Little,
yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. And we had to like figure out who our bigs were gonna be, or like try to scout who we wanted our bigs
to meet people. Yeah,
I had to go on coffee shop dates.
Yeah, was that hard for you?
Yeah, it was, because it's like this, it doesn't feel organic to me.
No, I get that. The first couple of ones I had, which like upperclassmen asked me on, like, it's really, really nerve-wracking. But I think after you do it a couple times, and after you ask someone to go with you instead of someone asking you to go with them, after that, you like, I don't want to say you have a script, but like, you know where to go to in the awkward times.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it just takes practice.
Yeah. I can't believe I just remembered that. That was like a time that I blocked. But yeah, I mean, it worked. I got a big, so.
Right. So that's a good way. Try to embrace your inner coffee shop girl. That's a great way to make friends.
Or you can go to like a smoothie place.
Smoothie works too, but coffee shops have things that aren't coffee.
Yeah, they do.
They're just cute vibes.
They are. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Okay, so do you want to read one of them? Like I'm reading all of them.
You're fine. Okay. We have fitness classes. I'm skipping. I hope that's okay.
Oh no, please do.
Fitness classes or sports leagues. That's interesting. I would love to be a part of an adult sports league, but like not to like I don't want to participate. I want to be a supporter. I want to cheer the people on.
Okay. Maybe I'll join a sport league and you can be
yes.
You can be our parent, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I mean by
I
that?
I could be the soccer mom!
Yes!
Yes!
Like bring us snacks and cheer us on.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll make signs.
Okay.
I'll bring the source with me.
my sports team. I'll try to find one, put one together.
Please.
But also fitness classes. I know, like our friend Riley, she goes spins.
Cycle. She spins. She goes to the cycle bar.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I don't know how. I've never done it, so I don't know how good of a way of making friends that is.
Yeah, I think it's good from like what I've seen on the cycle bars Instagram and stuff. Because they have themes for their rides and stuff, and you like hang out afterwards or whatever. But I did cycle like a year ago maybe, and I went like once a week. But I'm the type of person that's like, okay, I'm in and I'm out. So I didn't really make friends in there. Plus they were all older women. So it's like I can't, like, you guys aren't in my age bracket, so I feel awkward. Like you have to go home to your kids. Like, I don't know.
I get that.
So, but I'm all down for the sports league. Totally down for that.
Okay, we'll try that. The next one is utilizing social. Ugh. I always have a word that like I can't speak on the podcast. Social media.
Okay. In our notes here, you have something bolded, so I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the reason why I said utilizing social media was because there's this girl that I saw on Instagram, and I saw that she followed someone that was like a Tulsa place where we live, and I didn't know she lived here, and like I met her like one time, and like we really clicked, and so I'm like, oh, well, do you live here? Like maybe we could be friends. So really utilizing social media as a detective to find friends.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, because once you find them, then that's when you have to like slowly start sliding in the DMs. I had
What's wrong with our English?
I don't know. I had a stroke.
It's hard.
And you like a story, or like if they post something where they're like out in Tulsa, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I love that place. But like you don't have to love that place, but you need something to say to get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, just keeping your eye out. And probably the biggest thing in all of these, to embrace the discomfort.
Yeah. Sloan agrees.
Okay. So, local cafes and hangouts is actually the next one.
Her favorite topic.
Little did I know that it was coming up. Wow. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah.
Trying to be a coffee shop girly. Hosting your own event.
Okay.
So I did like a co-hosting Galentine's event that was really good, and I would recommend like finding a friend who you both have different groups and you know different people, and bringing them together. They don't have to get along. They don't have to know each other. But just bringing people together can really spark something magical.
Oh my gosh.
But you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was crazy because I went to the event. But it was crazy that I knew every single person there somehow, some way.
Yeah, you have a connection.
And then we were all talking about like different people that we knew, and everyone was connected to like somebody. It was pretty cool. So,
right.
Yeah.
And it won't always be like that, but you'll always find, hopefully, something that you have in common.
Yeah.
Like you were saying with the Just Dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good one.
And if you don't find something common, like right away, just keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay to have awkward moments when you're making new friends.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Wow. Good advice from Dr. Jalen.
Thank you.
What else? Oh, this says open mic nights or jam sessions. Now, I don't know where you can find open mic nights in Tulsa.
Karaoke.
Okay, I was about to get there. Okay. That's what I was going to say. I was like, but karaoke? Sign me up all day, every day of the week. I will be there, mic in hand. I will bring my multiple microphones.
Whoa.
And yes, I have multiple. Fun fact about me, I'm that girl that has the party in her trunk. And by that, I mean I have a speaker, a light, several microphones.
She's ready for karaoke.
Yes, at all times. So please.
That's a great way, but to be honest, that would not be where I would take someone as like a first friend date. That would not be it.
It's very specific. Like, if you've bonded over karaoke, obviously, like my work friend, she loves karaoke, and I was like, girl, I know all the karaoke spots. Like, come with me, and we'll be fine. So, it's definitely a certain, like, you have to have that karaoke connection, or else it's just like awkward. Because some people get secondhand embarrassment, and that's not the place you want to take them.
I think I get that. But you know what? I support. I'll be there screaming. I'll be the karaoke mom.
Okay. So I'm a soccer mom. She's karaoke. Oh, this is great. Okay.
So book clubs.
Please.
I think you need to talk about this because, as you know, fake bookie over here.
I have not joined a book club. Well, lies. I just lied to you all. I'm so sorry. I was in a book club at a gym that I worked at. I never went, sadly, because they always met on times that I could not attend. But I was a part of it. And they were really cool people, from what it seemed like. I wasn't in it that long because the gym ended up closing and I stopped working there. So I left the book club. But I saw this thing on Instagram, and it's one of the bookstores downtown, and they're doing like I don't know what they called it, but it's like a book night or whatever, and you bring your own book, but they'll have like wine and like little snacks and treats, and the first hour is just you like reading in your own space, like in the bookstore or whatever, like you're reading whatever, and then the next hour is like, okay, you can socialize now. So it's like everybody's just there to like read, but also socialize. I thought that was the coolest thing. So I might have to go to that.
Yeah. And that brings up the other thing, as to be like, just look out for events like that. Because chances are companies are looking to make money, and friends bonding over a certain place is gonna make them some money.
That's very true.
So be on the lookout, like restaurants or bookstores like that, gyms even.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Bible study. I guess I am kind of in a book club.
The Bible is a book?
It is. Yes. And we're reading a book in Bible study.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a way to make friends.
Okay, yeah.
And then game nights. This is me. I am game nights. My friends and I, like, we are game nights. Well, not you.
I was just about to say, I have game anxiety. I'm literally sweating right now.
That's a good point. Some people don't like games. But if you do, come to a game night with me. Not Sydney.
I would love to be there and support, but just don't ask me to play. Especially if you're going to be mean about it.
Yeah.
I'm literally about to cry.
Oh, Sydney has game anxiety.
I do. It stresses me out. I'm sweating. I literally talked about this in therapy yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
But, like, it just makes me, like, I feel like I'm partially just laughing so hard that I'm crying. But, like, people just, like, it stresses me out when people start yelling and, like, are you good? Because this is a game, and the fact that you're taking this too seriously, there's something wrong. Like, why are you...
Feelings have been hurt at game nights before.
And they don't need to be.
I mean, yeah.
But, like, if we're gonna be civil about it, I'll play, like, Uno. Or, like...
There's this game. It's called Avocado Smash.
Oh my gosh.
If you're gaming with me, you know what Avocado Smash is.
Please explain it, because I feel like I've heard of this.
So, there's guacamole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, basically it's slapjack, but with avocados. So, there's cards, and it's like so you go 1 avocado, 2 avocado. Everyone's putting cards down, and then when there's a match, like 1 card on the table, and then I say 1, then everyone smashes it, like puts your hand in the pile, and who's ever on top gets all the cards on the bottom. And then there's like special cards like guacamole, where if you slap it, it's bad because guacamole is messy, so you get all the cards. It does not sound as fun when I'm describing it as when you play it.
That seems like it'd be an addicting game.
It is. Like, everyone gets involved. Like, my friends, one of my friends told me that she put it on her wedding registry. It's that good. And my other friends, like, I have had people buy this game because they played it with me. Okay. They need to sponsor me. Avocado Smash, I'm here.
Okay. I feel like I could do it. I mean, I've played Phase 10, and I feel like that's competitive in itself.
That's competitive.
And I like Phase 10. Like, I really like Phase 10. But some games, like, there was one game, and we played at our friend's apartment. I think it was junior year. We literally walked through the snow to get to this apartment to play games. And it got so intense, and I'm freaking out just thinking about it. But I was like, there is no need to yell at me right now.
Aww.
The point of the game was to lie. I lied. Why are you yelling at me about lying? I played the game right. Don't yell at me. And I don't know what game that is, but if I heard the name of that game, I'd be like, no.
Is it Secret Hitler?
Maybe.
Okay, she does not know the game. She hears the
But name. I feel like that one doesn't have werewolves or anything.
No, it has.
But I have played. I've been around that game being played. I will not play that. Yeah, it had werewolves or something like that in it.
But games are really fun. And for the coffee shop girlies, if it gets really boring, sometimes, like in college, I used to keep a deck of cards in my backpack. And I would have loved to have played this more often with people, but like on study breaks, I would get my cards out. And me and Riley did this one time. And we played cards in the coffee shop, like on a study break. And that was fun. Cute. So that's, like, I guess for you,
card games,
playing a card game and being in a coffee shop would be your worst nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
But for me, that would be the most fun day. Day.
That would be terrible. If it was like with you, and I mean, I would hope you wouldn't yell at me now that you know my biggest fear.
I would be sensitive towards you.
Thank you. I feel like I could do that. But meeting someone for the first time, heck no. Definitely not. I'll pass. Please and thank you.
Okay, and last one, unless you have any, is just to ask your friends for introductions. I think this goes with like dating too. I read that. Sorry,
we were going there.
I was reading the other day that like most people meet their friends or meet their significant others or friends from mutuals. So just ask people, and they'll be open, or they can just like think about it. And if they meet someone, they'll send you their number or something.
Yeah. I will say I felt really proud of myself when Jalen and Matt hit it off. And the entire next day, I was just thinking of start of something new for my school musical. And I was just singing in my head, like, this is going to be great. They're going to be besties.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
When I was thinking about like moving back to Tulsa, I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna be friends with. Like, I can only think of 2 people. And like, you were really like, oh my gosh, well, like, Matt is moving back to Tulsa. Like, see, like, you started thinking of it without even.
Yeah.
So just tell people, be honest.
I really like to make crossover episodes with my friends. I'm really good at that. For some reason, I don't know why, but I love to blend my friends and make little crossover episodes.
Yeah.
Because you would just never expect them to be together, and it is always a hit. So that's why I love that all my friends are kind of friends. At least I can put them in the same room and it'd be perfectly fine.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I think that is it for friendships in their 20s. That gives people a lot of to-dos and ideas. Please let us know. I think I want to put like a box in the Instagram bio so that people can just like DM us constantly or like write in little snippets. I also know that Spotify has like this voice memos.
They
can send in voice memos. So if you guys do that enough, we can have like a voice memo,
like a PO box, but like for voice memos.
Yeah. I think so. If you go into the description, if you're listening on Spotify, and scroll down, it should be the last thing in our description, and it just says like send Jay and Sid a voice memo.
I love
and we'll get it.
Please do that. Oh my gosh, there's an eyelash in my eye. Sorry.
Okay. So next is toxic traits. Now that we've talked about friendships,
this is what you'll get when you become our friend.
What?
Like, this is what you'll get when you become our friend. Like,
you'll get these toxic traits.
I mean, like we might do like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, my toxic trait
like
is,
you might see this in us.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Having a stroke over here. No big deal.
And, okay, I know they're called toxic traits. But it's okay to have these
it's completely
traits.
Normal. Yes.
And it's better just to be aware of them.
Yes.
And not hurt anyone because of them.
So now, if we meet you in the future, you will
You're
have
gonna
this.
know.
And you'll be prepared, hopefully.
Yes. Do you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is a controversial one to start on because I've had people tell me it's toxic and people tell me that it's completely normal. But I have a lot of male friends.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm kidding.
The source is giving us a shoulder shrug.
I feel like the source does too, so that's why
Okay, thank you, the source. So, okay, if you've seen the show New Girl, that is how I feel constantly.
Okay.
And I love that show. But I have heard that having all of the male friends that I have can sometimes be toxic if I have, like, no relationship or just, like, a little relationship with their significant others. So what do you think about that?
So, like, they have a significant other, and you do not, like, you're not friends with them.
I do not have. I do not have a significant other right now, or I do not have a relationship with them. Like, I've definitely had male friends who I didn't have any relationship with, like their wife or their long-term girlfriend.
I feel like that's more so their fault than your fault.
Okay.
Like that, because, like, they should, like, they should build that bridge over. It's not your job to be like, I'm going to be friends with your wife. Like, that's, no.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe it's my friend's fault.
Yes, essentially, yes.
Okay.
But also, I don't know how you, well, yeah, that is a touchy subject.
It is. And
yeah.
I'm just going to say that it's a toxic trait of mine, and that's just going to be how it is. And people can say it's not, and people can say it is.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the boundaries, like, if you're not afraid to introduce your significant other to that friend, or that friend isn't afraid to introduce you to their significant other, then there's nothing toxic about it. But if there's someone that's like, I don't really know if I want to do this, then it's like, why?
Or if they're like, we're hanging out like all the time, we're texting like every single day, and the other person's like, well, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. They should at least know who the person is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. You're fine.
Thank you.
I don't beat yourself up about that. But I do have a question.
What?
Okay, so you said that you feel like New Girl, or yeah, you feel like Jess in New Girl.
Yes.
Essentially. Would you do that?
Like 1,000%.
Okay.
Would do that.
Okay.
Like, I love my guy friends, and I want to love them again. More. No. I don't know how to say that. I want to experience New Girl. Like.
Okay. So you would live with 3 guys.
I would love that.
Is that 3? Yeah, 3.
Yeah. I would love that.
For you.
So yes, I would be Jess.
Okay. I was just curious.
Would you do that? 1,000% no.
I don't know. I think it would just depend. I think it'd be fun for sure, but I get irritated easily by people, and so 3 men, that's just like asking a lot of me.
Yeah.
But
I think it would be fine.
Yeah. I guess that kind of leads into my toxic trait of I like to isolate myself when I'm stressed or overwhelmed. I will go MIA from the people that are closest to me. Like, I will just peace out so I can figure myself out, because I don't like asking for help.
Okay.
So I don't like asking for help. I don't like expressing where I am in a situation, because I don't want to be a burden or like make everything seem like it's about me.
This is giving Enneagram and Myers-Briggs and astrology.
Like my zodiac sign?
Yes.
Oh. We should talk. That'll be for another day.
Like, do those things of yours say that? Because that's like one of those big things that certain people have.
Well, I am a 6 wing 7 for the Enneagram, so probably, because the 6 is like introverted, whatever.
I'm a 1 wing 2, if anyone does that.
I can see that.
Because I don't know what that means, that you just said that.
That I can't really remember what a 1 is, but a 1 to me...
No, I know what I mean. But
wait, what I am? Like a 6 wing 7? 6 is a loyalist, and a 7 is... I can't remember what a 7 is, but the 7's like the energetic, outgoing type of person. But I used to be a 6 wing 5, but now I'm more of a 6 wing 7.
So I think it would be interesting to look up if that was the isolating was part of your trait, like you not wanting to open up with people.
It probably is. It definitely is. Like, it's one of the negative traits of it.
It's probably a protective measure too.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't say it's negative.
Yeah. I mean, it just happens.
So how do you combat that?
Like, what do I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't really worked through it that much, but I try not to isolate myself for too long. Like, now that I know that I do it, I'm like, okay, you can have 24 hours to isolate yourself. You
time yourself.
Yeah.
You still give it.
Yeah, I want to give myself time to sit and like marinate and figure it out, because if I don't, I will lash out in ways that I don't like. I'll say things that I don't really mean, or like stuff like that. So I want to give myself time to process.
What about the feeling like a burden and not asking anyone for help? I'm sorry for giving you a therapy session.
It's okay. I mean, this is like my 2nd therapy session of the week. What was your question? I got distracted.
With the feeling like you are a burden?
Oh, that's something I'm currently working through, so I don't really know how to handle that. I've gotten better at asking for help, I think.
Is it in all things?
Yes. Like, also in school, I would never raise my hand if I had a question because I was just like, I don't want to
burden someone,
or I don't want to seem stupid.
I do that because of anxiety, so that's like a whole separate reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bother anyone. It's like, I don't want to bring anybody else down. Like, try to, I don't know. It's just a feeling. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Thank you.
So, I guess kind of going off of that, but definitely a little bit different. One of my toxic traits is ghosting. I have ghosted way too many people in my life.
Do you have a reason all the time?
Yeah. So, the first side of conflict, typically, if it's like a new relationship or friendship, same thing, I will just like drop out. I tap out. I'm gone. You won't hear back from me.
No matter what side, like, no matter how big or small the conflict is, it's just.
Typically, if it's like really small, just brush it over. But a lot of times, yeah.
Okay. Have you done that recently? Like, with anybody?
Have I ghosted anyone recently? Not that I can think of, but it's so second nature that probably.
Have you ever gone back to someone after ghosting them? How would you do that? Like, you've ghosted someone for months and then
I can't really think of a situation when I did go back, but I do have a situation that I can think of when someone came back to me.
Okay.
Like, after I'd ghosted them, like, it was a long period, and then they were like, hey, blah, 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 blah.
Did they ask why you ghosted them?
They did.
Yeah. Did you explain yourself? No.
Well, you know, my go-to is, I was really, 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 really busy.
That's fair, because I feel like you're a very busy woman.
Nails, claws. I am, so it was a good excuse. Okay. But that wasn't the real
that reason. Wasn't the truth.
So that is why this is a toxic trait.
That's fair. Is that something you want to work on, or are you just going to let it sit there?
I think I want to more intentionally ghost people. Not that I want to ghost people, but like I said, it's like, it's a secondhand type of thing now. So I don't want to do it as much.
Okay, I see what
you're saying. Just right away.
I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah.
Okay, my next toxic trait I've recently discovered of myself is that I'm a yes man. Oh, this kind of goes into like, well, no, it doesn't. Whatever. I'm a yes man, and I don't like saying no. I get uncomfortable. So, no matter what, I'm literally always down to do anything, and I feel like that is sometimes very dangerous.
Why is it called a yes man?
Why can't it be?
I'm sorry, I've just never heard anyone call it that.
A yes man?
Like, I've heard people say, my toxic trait is I can't say no.
I mean, that's probably what it is, but I just say I'm a yes man. Like, that could just be me, but I mean,
I just never heard of it.
I was like, is it because I said man on International Women's Day?
Oh my gosh, it is! We're filming this on Friday, March
3rd, 4th, 8th, 7th,
The source is saying 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm bad at counting.
This is not a math class. Okay, but yeah, I'm a yes man. I've learned that recently, watching my bank account dwindle into pennies and negative cents because I'm constantly saying yes to things when I know deep down that I can say no. But like, I'm also a people pleaser. Toxic trait number 3. Yeah. But because I always want to be involved, that I'm just like constantly saying like, yeah, I'll go. Or like, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, but in a way, this could be good for you making like the new friends and stuff. Like I get what you're saying about like your bank account and like sometimes you need time for yourself. But in this season of trying to make new friends, it's a good thing. Like that is you're forcing yourself to get out of your comfort zone by saying yes.
That is true. I just need to not limit it, but make sure I'm saying yes to the right things.
Very true.
Yeah. If I say yes to the right things, then I can definitely see this being
a good thing.
Yeah. But yeah, yes to everything is kind of crazy, especially when I need to, like, I know I need to sit down, but I'm still gonna go.
Yeah. To end our toxic traits, one that we both kind of have is gossiping. And that's, I mean, it's, I don't know what to say. First off, let me give you the definition of gossiping.
Please.
Spreading rumors. Sorry, this is so funny. Spreading rumors or talking negatively about others behind their backs.
I feel like
now that I read that, I don't think we do rumors. That. I don't think we gossip.
We don't do it in a negative manner. Like we're not doing it to be negative.
Right. We're doing it to inform.
Exactly. Like we're just like, did you see this post? Like half the stuff we talk about
only one person relates.
Yes.
To it. So we always say it's okay that we're talking about personal things.
Yeah, it's also like, how are you supposed to keep all this information to yourself?
Right. Like, you have to share it to someone.
Like, I just got told this big piece of information and I don't want to keep it to myself because, like, I don't want that pressure. So, like, I'm going to tell the person that is completely irrelevant in this situation and doesn't even know the people. So it's like...
Right. So it's okay. And it's not full gossip.
Yeah, it's not going to get back to them, hopefully. It's
we're not spreading it because it stops at us.
Yes.
Okay, look at us going and defending our toxic trait.
But everybody does. I learned, I don't know when this was. It could have been a week ago. It could have been this week, but whatever. I learned at work that the way women would show their status or like their strength, power, whatever, was by gossiping back in the like caveman days. Or like
that is really interesting.
Yes. Huh. Because I mean they couldn't like lift things, or I mean they could, but like they weren't lifting things, they weren't showing off their physical strength. Like the only way they could make themselves stronger was like,
so they use their
words,
female words.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening to our toxic traits and our friendships and how we're gonna do them. I hope you have some action after this.
Yeah.
That you took from our podcast.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, please come back.
Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. You know what to do.
Next week will be high school.
Oh gosh.
High school reunion.